Of course, it's not going to influence the house. The music industry is going to be okay, but the only problem is the budgets are going to get stripped, because obviously getting an artist into, the only way that Brexit is going to influence music is the way that artists come into the country, whereby number one, the pound has become a lot more weaker against the dollar. It's going back up now, so a lot of artists have had to cancel their shows because the rate that they were getting from the conversion made it not impossible, near and impossible for them to come and do the show now, because what they budgeted for, especially a lot of the independent artists, they'd already budgeted for the tour. So obviously, because the pound's weaker, for them to get paid, they're getting paid less than what they originally budgeted for. So that's how that affects things. The visa thing has always been around, whereby, you know, artists are not able to get visas to come and perform. I think it'll make it a lot more difficult. But I think they're talking and having discussions with the new culture secretary for media and culture at the moment. So I think they're starting to realise. But in another breath, you look at something like Fabric closing down. You know, Brexit is affected the nighttime industry, is affecting various other bits and pieces, because this is what I think. I think a lot of people are starting to cut and run, and they're thinking, well, do you know what? Let's just sell the family silverware before we go into before we get out of the Europe, because there's nothing going to be protecting people, and money-wise, we're going to have to rely on foreign investment for a good 5, 6, 7 years anyway. So what you're trying to run from is what you're going to need to prop you up in the first place in your industry. Because let's be honest, most of the property, and when something goes wrong or the club needs saving, you know, it's either the government closes it down or somebody else comes in with a big amount of money from abroad and invests into it, you know. And you just look at it and you think, well, that's just another result of the Brexit. At the end of the day, money for property is the key thing, because people are just trying to sell their family silver and make as much money as possible whilst they can. And that's the bottom line, because the budgets have been cut by government, and they're thinking of quick fixes to solve problems, and our industry is one that they always use. Hold on 1 second.